Welcome to World Code Updates, your daily briefing on everything happening around the world. Every single day, the Philippines burns through more than 500,000 barrels of oil. This massive amount of fuel powers our bustling cities, keeps our factories running and lights up millions of homes from Luzon to Mindanao. Oil is the invisible force behind our daily commutes, the food on our tables, and the electricity that keeps our lives moving. It's the lifeblood of our modern society, quietly flowing through every corner of our economy. But here's the catch. We produce less than 1% of what we actually need. Our own oil fields are tiny, scattered and aging, barely making a dent in our enormous appetite for energy. Nearly every drop of oil we use is shipped in from distant shores. Tankers cross oceans to keep our engines running, making us one of the most import-dependent countries in Southeast Asia when it comes to oil. This heavy reliance on foreign oil leaves us exposed and vulnerable. Every time there's a crisis abroad or a spike in global oil prices, it hits us hard at home. When oil prices soar, the cost of everything else follows. Transportation, food, electricity, even the price of a simple tricycle ride or a kilo of rice at the market. It's a chain reaction that affects every Filipino, rich or poor. For millions of families, this means a daily struggle. Higher transport costs make goods more expensive, and suddenly parents are forced to make tough choices. Do they pay for a ride to work or buy enough food for the week? Do they keep the lights on or save for tomorrow's commute? Our domestic oil production is barely a trickle, a rounding error compared to what we actually need. The wells we do have are old, and new discoveries are rare and often too costly to develop. This means we're constantly at the mercy of international markets and faraway conflicts. A single event in the Middle East or a decision by oil-producing nations can send shockwaves through our economy, forcing us to pay more for the same energy. The 500,000 barrel question isn't just about numbers or statistics, it's about real people. It's about the jeepney driver who can't afford a full tank, the family who has to stretch every peso, and the student who walks to school because the fare is too high. Why do we consume so much oil, yet produce so little of it ourselves? What's holding us back from tapping into our own resources or finding alternatives that could free us from this cycle? This is the 500,000 barrel question, a challenge that doesn't just shape our present, but will define our future. The answer is complex, woven into the fabric of our economy, our geography, and our society. The solution isn't just buried underground, it's tangled in decades of politics, history, and even international disputes. From government policies to failed explorations, from global oil shocks to local protests, every chapter has left its mark. Yet our energy story isn't just one of vulnerability, it's also a story of potential. Across the country, innovators and engineers are searching for new answers, exploring solar, wind, and geothermal power, and dreaming of a future where we control our own energy destiny. The stakes have never been higher. The choices we make today will determine whether we remain trapped in this cycle of dependence or finally break free to build a more secure, affordable, and sustainable energy future for all Filipinos. The question remains, can we break free from this cycle, or will we remain dependent forever? The answer is up to us, and the time to act is now. President Marcos Jr. promised a new era of affordable, reliable energy. 3 years later, high fuel prices and expensive electricity still burden Filipinos. Brownouts disrupt businesses and families, while bills eat into already tight budgets. The gap between promise and reality is wide. Small businesses lose income to outages, students miss lessons, families make tough choices. The government has announced new projects and renewable energy plans, but progress is slow. Bureaucracy and political hurdles stall real change. For most, relief remains out of reach. The promise of power is still just a promise. The question remains, when will it become reality? Beneath the shimmering blue waters of the West Philippine Sea lies a secret so vast it could change the destiny of an entire nation. Hidden beneath the waves, untouched and waiting, is a fortune that most Filipinos have only heard whispers about. An estimated $26 trillion in untapped oil and natural gas reserves, enough to power not just our homes, but our dreams for generations to come. If harnessed, this immense wealth could transform the Philippines overnight. Imagine a country where every Filipino has access to good jobs, where world-class infrastructure rises in every city, and where social programs lift millions out of poverty. Yet, despite sitting atop this unimaginable treasure, we remain a nation where millions of our kababayans are forced to leave their families and work abroad, while our own resources remain untouched. and idle. Picture a future where modern hospitals serve every province, high-speed trains connect distant towns, and affordable, reliable electricity lights up every home, all made possible by our own energy reserves. The irony is staggering. We thirst for progress, we dream of a better life, all while sitting atop a wellspring of opportunity that could end our struggles. So, why haven't we unlocked this potential? What's stopping us from claiming our future? It's not because we lack the knowledge, the skills, or the technology. Our engineers and scientists are more than capable. The real barriers are political indecision, endless red tape, and a system bogged down by bureaucracy and inefficiency. And looming over it all is a paralyzing geopolitical conflict, territorial disputes and international tensions that keep our treasure just out of reach. Our treasure is real, but the key to unlocking it remains locked away, guarded by forces both within and beyond our shores. The challenge before us is clear: to unite, to overcome these obstacles, and to finally claim what is rightfully ours for the future of every Filipino. Every single year, the Philippines sends billions of hard-earned dollars overseas just to pay for imported oil. These massive oil tankers arriving at our ports are a constant reminder of our dependence on foreign energy. Each shipment represents money leaving our shores, money that could have been invested in our own people, our own future. This energy trap is more than just an economic inconvenience. It quietly drains our economy, weakens the value of our peso, and piles on more debt for future generations. Every peso spent on foreign oil is a peso not spent on building a stronger, more resilient nation. Our financial centers feel the pressure, and ordinary Filipinos bear the burden. Imagine what we could achieve if that money stayed here. Instead of fueling the growth of other countries, those billions could build new schools for our children, modern hospitals for our families, and better infrastructure for our communities. But right now, our resources are enriching others, while our own classrooms and hospitals remain underfunded. Our neighbors, like Malaysia, took a different path. They invested in their own natural resources, developed their energy sector, and as a result, their cities have flourished. Their people benefit from jobs and opportunities created at home, not abroad. Meanwhile, we continue to export our greatest asset, our people. Every day, thousands of Filipinos leave their families behind to work overseas, seeking opportunities that should exist right here. Instead of exporting energy, we export our workers, and families are separated in the process. It's like trying to fill a bucket full of holes. No matter how hard we work, no matter how much we pour in, we can never seem to get ahead. The nation remains stuck, unable to move forward because our resources keep slipping away. This energy trap isn't just a theory or an abstract idea. It's the reason why so many talented Filipino engineers, scientists, and workers are forced to find jobs in foreign oil fields and construction sites, instead of building our own energy future here at home. Breaking free from this cycle means becoming producers, not just consumers. It means investing in our own energy resources, creating jobs for Filipinos, and building a self-sustaining economy that benefits everyone. The choice before us is clear. We can continue handing over our future by buying foreign oil, or we can invest in our own resources and secure a better tomorrow. It's a decision that will shape the destiny of our nation for generations to come. The clock is ticking. The world is changing fast, and the time to act is now. We cannot afford to wait any longer. Will we finally break the cycle and claim our own future? The answer depends on the choices we make today. For 2 decades, Malampaya has powered Luzon, saving billions in fuel costs. But its reserves are running out. By 2027, it won't meet our needs. When Malampaya fades, we'll rely on expensive imports, driving up electricity prices and risking blackouts. The looming crisis is real: higher bills, more outages, and a vulnerable economy. Reed Bank could be the answer, with gas reserves far larger than Malampaya. Yet Reed Bank remains untouched, its promise locked away. The obstacle isn't geology, it's politics and international conflict. As Malampaya's flame dims, the urgency grows. We need a successor, or we face an energy crisis. The clock is ticking. Will we act before the lights go out? The West Philippine Sea holds our energy future, but also our greatest challenge. China's sweeping claims overlap with our exclusive economic zone, freezing exploration. In 2016, the world's top maritime court ruled in our favor, affirming our rights. Yet China ignores the ruling, using military might to block our access. Harassment and intimidation keep investors away. The risk is simply too high. Our government hesitates, fearing escalation. The result? Reed Bank's riches remain buried, hostage to geopolitics. Our legal victory means little without action. The world recognizes our rights. Will we defend them? The future depends on our resolve. Malaysia faced similar challenges, but chose a different path. Decades ago, they created Petronas, a national oil company with a clear mandate. Petronas turned Malaysia's resources into national wealth, funding development and social progress. The contrast is stark. While Malaysia built, we hesitated. Our fragmented policies and reliance on foreign contractors left us behind. Malaysia's lesson is clear. Sovereignty requires bold, unified action. They faced disputes, but didn't let them stall progress. We have the resources and the legal right. What we lack is will. Malaysia's blueprint is there. Will we follow it? The opportunity is ours to seize. The Malampaya deadline is fast approaching. By 2027, our main gas source will run dry. The government is scrambling new contracts, LNG imports and diplomatic talks. But these are stopgaps, not solutions. Relying on imports keeps us trapped in dependency. The real answer lies in the West Philippine Sea, but progress is painfully slow. Developing Reed Bank will take years. Even if we start today, we'll face a gap. Every day of delay brings us closer to crisis. The time for debate is over. We need decisive action now. The window is closing. Will we act or watch the crisis unfold? The race is on, and we're already behind. The Philippines stands at a crossroads. Our future hangs in the balance. The decisions we make now will shape generations. We have the resources, the legal right, and the blueprint for success. What's missing is leadership and national will. We can't let politics, fear, or bureaucracy paralyze us any longer. The Filipino people must demand urgent action from their leaders. This isn't about politics, it's about survival. If we fail, we face poverty, dependency, and decline. But if we act, we can build a future of prosperity and energy independence. The choice is ours. The clock is ticking. Will we seize our moment or let it slip away? The final hour is here.